Hey guys, welcome back to Joe and Presito. In this video, we are going to be analyzing about matter and its composition. This video is the part 2, and the contents covered in part 2 are what is a molecule, characteristics of particles of matter, states of matter, properties of solids, liquids, and gases, and some of the interesting facts on matter. Now, what is a molecule? In the last video, we had actually learned about an atom, and an atom is not capable of independent existence, hence they combine with one another to form a molecule. A molecule is the smallest unit of matter which exhibits all the properties of that kind of matter and also has an independent existence. Even though molecules are bigger than atoms, both of them are very small to be seen through our naked eyes. Or even an ordinary microscope won't help you in this case. Hence, you need such a powerful microscope like an electron microscope. Two hydrogen atoms combine together to form one hydrogen molecule, whereas 8 sulfur atoms combine together to form one sulfur molecule, whereas one hydrogen or two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atoms combine together to form a water molecule, which is H2O. Characteristics of particles of matter. Particles of matter have spaces between them. Particles of matter are continuously moving, and particles of matter attract each other. States of matter. There are totally 3 states of matter, and these states are solids, liquids, and gases. In a solid, it has a definite shape and a definite volume, and the particles are tightly packed. For example, a gold block and a wood block. Both of them are tightly packed, and it's almost hard to separate them using your hands. Liquids, they have definite volume but no definite shape. This can be proved by pouring glass in a water. You can observe that the shape of the water is taking the shape of that container. Now transfer it to a jug. Again the shape of water changes. This time it takes the shape of the jug. Now gases. A gas has neither definite volume nor definite shape. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept in. Properties of liquids, solids, and gases. The first property is mass. In solids, liquids, and gases, the mass is definite. The second property is shape. In solids, the shape is definite, whereas in liquid, it takes the shape of the container, whereas in gas, it also takes the shape of the container. Now volume. In solids the volume is definite, in liquids also it's definite, whereas in gases it's indefinite. Compressibility. Solids are not possible, liquids are almost negligible, whereas gases are highly compressible. A fine example for this is our LPG cylinders in our house. When the pressure is there, it is in liquid state inside the cylinder, but as soon as you release the knob of pressure, it transforms to gaseous state. So that's how you can use it to cook. Now fluidity in solids, it's not possible, whereas liquids can flow and gases can also flow. So now what are fluids? So anything which has a capability to flow is known as a fluid. Rigidity. Solids are highly rigid, whereas liquids are less rigid, and gases are not at all rigid. In solids, diffusion is very slow. In liquids, it's fast, whereas in gases, it's very fast. Spaces between particles. In solids, they are mostly closely packed. Most of them are closely packed. In liquids, they are not that closely packed. Gases, they are the least closely packed. Interparticle or intermolecular force. In solids, it's the strongest. In liquids, it's actually slightly weaker than in solids, whereas in gases, it is negligible. And what is diffusion? The seventh property is diffusion, and you might be having the doubt what is diffusion. So diffusion is a phenomenon of intermixing of particles of one kind with one another. Suppose there's a LPG leakage in your house, you're able to smell it because it quickly diffuses in the air, and that's the reason you can smell it. We have come to the end, but it's very fun over here. Matter can change from one state to another where there is a change in temperature or pressure. This is because they possess kinetic energy. So when the kinetic energy increases, the kinetic energy increases with the increase in temperature and it decreases with decrease in pressure. Hence, the movement of the particles differ, and that's why they change from one state to another. When liquid water is boiled, the kinetic energy increases with the increase in temperature, whereas the liquid water transforms into gas. Now, when you freeze the liquid water, with decrease in temperature, the kinetic energy decreases. Hence, you get the frozen form of water, which is known as ice cubes. Water can also be made to boil at room temperature without heating, but you need to put it in a vacuum chamber and you need to lower the pressure. With this, you can boil your water at room temperature without using any flame. Even we humans are made up of all three main states of matter. Our bones are a fine example of solid states, whereas our blood is a fine example of liquid state, and our body gases are a fine example of gaseous state. Thank you. I hope you all learned what is matter and its composition. Bye, stay safe, and in the next video, I'll catch up with another interesting subject with a very interesting topic. Stay safe, bye. Don't get exposed. Bye. And if you did like the video, don't forget to subscribe.